Hey everyone, this is Clayton, and guess what I got today? I got something special. I've got a whole bag of new shells from the Outer Banks. Hey, what do you think of that? I find a stone and take it home and polish it and hope it shines, and also there's a chicken. So, I thought I'd just bring this out so you could all have a look at it. And believe it or not, I've got 12 bags like this. Yep, I was busy when I went down there. And I just, ooh, there's one. Let's see how this works if it's too washed out. We need focus. Thank you. Ooh, that's not too bad. These, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have a new phone camera, a new phone right there, and it has a different camera on it, a little bit higher resolution, and I'm not sure how everything works on it yet. So I am like in the midst of, whoop, there we go. I'm in the midst of trying to get everything. Ooh, that's way too dark. Let's see, is that better? Trying to get everything figured out, see if I'm going to switch over to this camera. So I thought I'd do a test video for the camera and so show some of these shells while I'm at it. Show some of these shells? Ugh. Okay, anyway, here we go. So there's that one that was sort of washing everything out. And can we get focus? Oh yeah, we do have focus. It's just awfully bright. Okay, well, here's something that I was really happy about is I got a bunch of darker shells. And oh wow, that came in nice. These dark shells are going to polish up really, really cool. I didn't find a whole lot of these before, but I was specifically looking for them this time because I had a lot of requests for dark shells. You know, it's like, especially it was like, seemed like a lot of, I had several younger goth girls come up and a couple of older goth ladies. And they're like, do you have any dark shells? Ooh, this one's kind of dark. So let's see what we got here. That one's really pretty. So as I was down there, I made special effort to find darker shells. And ooh, there's a darker one. Maybe it's not so dark, but it's more blue-gray. So I thought I'd pull some of these out and see how this camera works and show these shells up while I'm at it. And I found a lot of ones that are going to be Kintsugi shells. Like this one here, that is like super Kintsugi right there. Okay, and I keep saying and look at this. These are wet. Oh my gosh, there's still ocean on these. Anyway, this could be Kintsugi or not Kintsugi. Kintsugi or not Kintsugi? That is the question. Thank you, Frats, for that fabulous rendition. Anyway, let's see. Found a lot of purple ones. The purple ones are really nice. I did find out with the purple ones, though, they seem to be less, they have less integrity than the other shells. I don't know why. Don't know why, but ones like this would be more fragile. When I'm working them, they seem to come apart a lot easier. Perhaps it's just that part of the shell that has the coloration in it. Yeah, well, what the heck. See, this could be a possible Kenzugi shell. It's difficult to say till I sit down and actually decide. This one, that's almost definitely a Kintsugi shell. You know, if you've been watching videos for a while, you know, let me know what the quality is like on this one. Because that was, you know, with this different phone and a little bit better camera on the phone, that one looks nice. But one thing about this camera, it does focus a lot closer. I can get really close and still seemingly maintain good focus, which, hey, I like that. So, and here was one that could be a Kenzugi Shell. This one's really going to wash out if I get up close. Well, not as bad as I thought. I found a lot of rocks too. Not a lot, but a fair amount. Like this one here. This one's got blacks and purples. I wonder if it's a type of sea rock. Gabbro, maybe. I don't know. I think some of these sparkles, you might be able to see the spark. Oh yeah, you can see the sparklies. Okay, I'm not sure if that's just sand on there or it's actually into the rock. But that's a definite one we're going to find out. We may end up cutting this one for a video. That would be a good video. Let me know what you think. Alright. So, let me see what else. Here's another rock. Rocks and shells and rocks and shells. And here's another piece of that same type of rock that has the sparkly things in it. See how close we can get with that and still focus. Oh, wow. You're focusing. I'm astounded. No, truly I am. I'm tickled that that'll focus that close. So let's see what we got. It seemed like different day. Ooh, these are the ones I really, really like. I can just polish those up with the polishing compound and don't have to do too much to them. And it's not like the less I have to do, the more money I make. No, it's the less I have to do, the more natural they look. You know, and that's going to be really, really nice. All of these shells, I'm just like, woo! That's going to bleach everything out if I throw it up against there. Well, here's some with a lot of sea on it yet. That is definitely dark. You know, and that's... Got to wipe some of that off so you can actually see what the shell looks like. It looks shiny. Yes. There's one that... It's going to definitely take some work to get that thing to look like anything. But hey, I pick them up and see what they got. This one could be a Kintsugi purple shell. And this, like these kind here, these gray-blue ones are some of my favorites because they will get a nice, rich, deep color to them when they're polished up. And I picked up, you know, and I picked up small rock, or shells, not rocks. But I also picked up rocks too. Picked up a lot of small ones. Like here, let me grab some of these small ones out. Because these will turn out really nice. Even though they're small, I don't mind taking the time to polish them up. Now here's one that's definitely, do I make it into a Kintsugi shell or do I just polish it as it is? Because there is so much character on that. You know, sometimes it's a difficult decision on what I want to do with these. It's not just like I just grab a handful of shells and stick them on a stick and work them. No, I have to actually think. Look at each one and think what I'm going to do with it. Look at that. Look at that. Let's get some of that off of there. Look how nice, deep black it is. Black with those white streaks to offset it. Gorgeous. And the purple's on the inside of the shell more than it is on the outside. I sort of have to cut down into the purple. This one I'd probably end up cutting that off and trying to let that whole shape there. You see, that's where my mind goes. No wonder I get a headache when I do this sometimes, because I'm thinking so much. This one here, whew, I guarantee you that one would just get polished, because there's so much character in that stone. Shell! Don't know which way it would hang, though. It could hang this way, or it could hang this way. Probably like that. Here's one of the ones I really like. You know, it's got the grays and the beiges going through it. This one's almost nice enough it could be rounded off and turned into a pendant set into a silver bezel. Don't know if you can picture that in your mind or not. I can. Let's see what else. See what's over here. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Ah. It's such a shame that I wasn't able to get out with. I have many shells like this already made up into pendants and ready to go. Oh, there's another one of those. Look at that. Wonder if these were cousins. Maybe out of the same shell. Hard to say. I have so many of these made up already. I just was not able to get out to any shows because all the shows were canceled this year. It's hard to see that one because it's getting bleached out, blown out in the light. This one might have enough integrity to make a Kintsugi shell out of, because this is a oyster shell, and they don't have a lot of integrity. They'll snap and break real easy, and I don't like to make a pendant out of these because I drill it and it breaks. I mean, this one might be an exception because it seems to have a little bit more integrity than the others do. Look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. You can tell I'm excited. That one is going to have so much color when it's polished. So much color. There's a big old gnarly looking gray one that's going to have lots of subtle colors in it. Another gray one. See. Sorry if I keep fading over this way because the actual camera lens is on my other camera, the lens is on this side. And I had my holder set up for the lens on this side, and this camera, the lens is over here. So I'm like backwards-ish, sort of. So, whew. But as you can see, just shells upon shells upon shells. Let me see if there's any rocks down here other than those couple that I shown you. Because I did usually, if I saw little rocks, I would pick them up because they would make nice shinies. Here's a biggerish rock. And maybe I didn't pick up too many rocks this day, or this trip. Because sometimes I didn't find a whole lot of little rocks, and other times it was just these tiny, ooh, look how pretty that one is. These tiny thumbnail size ocean pebbles were all over the place. And apparently there's not many, bigger rock, not many in this bucket, bag, and this here one doesn't seem to be that many little rocks. But ooh, look at that, 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 look at that. What do you think that's going to look like when it's polished? Oh, gorgeous is what it's going to look like. You know, well, this one, I was going to say this one was definitely going to be a Kenzugi shell, but, you know, I look at it and maybe not. A little bit of trimming, polish the high points, and, oh, yeah, I know what you mean, buddy. So, well, there's an idea of look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Let's try this again. So anyhow, there's an example of what I picked up down at the beach. This one looks like it. That would be a perfect Kintsugi shell, but look at that. I think this got broke. The other half's probably in here. And if I keep looking, I'm never going to end this video because I'm going to keep finding stuff and say, oh, look at that. You know, I'm like a squirrel. Ooh, shiny, shiny, shiny. That's not a good example. Anyway. Oh, look at there. What did I say? I'm not going to get out of here. All right. Alrighty. So, if you like the video, you know, hit the button down there, subscribe, give us a like. And I'll probably have a more organized video to show, maybe sort through some of these or give some highlights. Or at least when they're separated, show you some of the rocks compared to the shells. So, if you like the video, like I said, do the thing, subscribe. And thanks for spending a little bit of time with me, and have a good evening.